My name is Henry Clancy. I'm a four-year senior here at WWVA. I would like to thank my mom and dad for making WWVA possible, for working hard to ensure that I could attend the high school of my choice, for raising me in the way they did, for instilling the values and morals that I will carry with me wherever I go. My sister Lily for setting a good example, helping guide me through the college process, and answering life's hard questions. Hampton for always being there to listen and give advice, as well as teach me to value myself for who I am and be confident in that. Owen for letting me hang out with him, for laughing with me, and for teaching me to be a better gamer. I'd also like to thank the teachers that have taught me lessons pertaining to the various classes, but also lessons in life. Finally, I want to thank the class of 2020, my peers, my friends, my family, for standing by me these past years. Love you guys.
My name is Grace Croft. I am a four-year senior at WWVA. Some of my favorite memories while going to WWVA have been the class retreats and senior survival. I would like to thank my family and friends for always supporting me. I would like to also thank our class sponsors for all they have done for us through these last 4 years. I have some advice for future seniors. Take the time to get to know your fellow classmates before your senior year. I didn't really know my class until this year, and I wish I could change that because I feel like I need more time to get to know them. They are my family now, and I know I can count on my family to always support me. I plan on going to the community college in the fall. I'm not sure what will happen after my freshman year, but I'm hoping to eventually go into an occupational therapy program.
My name's Nathaniel. I've been a senior at Walla Walla Valley Academy for 4 years now. We moved up here when I was 5 years old from Loma Linda, and I've just lived in the valley for most of my life. I'd like to thank my parents for helping putting me through this schooling for 4 years. I know it hasn't been super easy, but I'm glad this experience has made me a better person. I'd like to thank Mr. Scully. He was always there for me when I needed somebody to talk to. I'm going to be attending Walla University next year. I'm not really sure what I want to do. Currently I'm enrolled to take some engineering classes, but some of my main interests are in history and things associated with that. Not really having anything to do with engineering, but we'll see what happens.
Hello, I am Evan Farley, and I've been at WWVA for 2 years. Some of my favorite memories are going to the junior class trip last year at the ABC camp. That was super fun, even though Wyatt got the temperature in the cabins too high. I also really enjoyed senior survival, and I am sure I would have enjoyed the senior trip too. Also Hawaii. I wish we could have gone to Hawaii. I would like to thank my parents for letting me be able to go to this school, and my teachers for teaching me the things that I need to know. I would like to be remembered for being nice and ready to help out when needed. Some advice I have is to not graduate during a pandemic. It sucks. Some of my post-WWVA plans are going to Walla Walla University. Past that, I don't have it quite figured out yet, but I hope to figure it out soon.
Hi, I'm Jake Friedel, and I'm a four-year senior at Walla Walla Valley Academy. Some of my favorite memories from WWVA are winning the friendship tournament my junior year, playing games of 21 at lunch in the gym, just hanging out with my friends at school, and summer basketball road trips with my homies. I'd like to thank my family for the unconditional support they give me in whatever I do. I'd also like to thank my friends and teachers for pushing me to be the best version of myself. I want to be remembered for my work ethic in both athletics and academics. My advice for future seniors is wash your hands and take the hardest classes possible. I plan on playing college basketball at Walla Walla University next year, as well as getting a good degree.
My name is Trevor Gilmore. I'm a four-year senior. Some of my favorite memories probably have to be, sitting out in the parking lot and having tailgate parties with my friends, or having a barbecue during finals, during lunch, or even when Wally even let us take my pickup out into the mud bowl and play around in there. I'd kind of like to thank my mom, my dad, and just about everyone in my family. They've pretty much paid for all this, and I'm very grateful for that. It's much better than any other education I could have ever gotten. I'd kind of like to be remembered as the person that, went and took my truck in the mud bowl and ended up getting stuck and having to use the school's tractor to get it pulled out. And, just being all around fun and liking to have a good time. Some advice I'd give to future seniors is to actually do your homework, unlike I have done. And my post-WAVA plans are to go to college and hopefully get a degree in machine technology and use that to eventually work my way into the world of gunsmithing.
My name's Jocelyn Hagans, and I'm a 4-year senior at WAVA. My favorite memories at WAVA would have to be meeting all the people that I now call my best friends, week of worships, Bible camps, and all the tournaments. And of course, syrup sabotage, which the basketball girls would get. I'd like to thank my mom and dad for always being there to support me in everything I did. I'd also like to thank Mr. Lurie and Mr. Anderson for growing a connection with me and always pushing me when I felt like I couldn't do something. I want to be remembered for being a kind face, a leader, and someone who people felt that they could come to with anything. For the future seniors, I encourage you to do everything you can with your class. I know it sounds annoying, but you're going to miss these people when that opportunity is lost. Don't let senioritis get the best of you too soon, but most importantly, just have fun because this is your last year of high school. I plan to work on a medical degree at Walla Walla University toward becoming a dermatologist.
My name is Zachary Thomas Oxel. I have attended WAVA for 4 years. My favorite memories at WAVA have to be the plays performed and working with Wally. I would like to thank all the teachers for their help and everything they've done to help me succeed. I'd also like to thank my mom and dad for always being on my side and always wanting to see me succeed. I would like to be remembered for my excellent recorder playing during the WAVA play. My advice for future seniors would just be to get to know everybody, because you never know when you might see them again. I plan on attending Walla Walla Community College after this summer.
Hi, my name is Madison Nicole Kioski Ingersoll, and I've been at WAVA for the past 4 years. Some of my favorite memories at WAVA are eating with my friends at lunchtime and my junior banquets. I would like to thank my friends for always being there for me, and my sister for always being there for me. And my teachers for being very patient with me. I want to be remembered for being kind and always helping others. Advice that I have for future seniors would be to be kind to the lower classmen. My post-WAVA plans involve going to work for a year and then I might go to college.
My name is Ethan Johnson. I'm a 4-year WAVA student. My favorite memory at WAVA was probably senior survival and getting to experience spending time with the class in a different setting. I'd like to thank my family for helping me through high school, my teachers for providing me with great knowledge, specifically Rudy for being my boss and being awesome, and also my friends for just making high school a good time. I'd like to be remembered for helping out with the tech and stuff at WAVA and keeping everything afloat. The advice I give for future seniors is just study, but don't stress too much, and you can never prep for college too early. And then what I'm doing after WAVA is just college at the university.
Hi, I'm Peyton Linnell Knopft, and I'm a 4-year senior. My favorite memories at WAVA are the choir and handball trip to California freshman year, the DC and Boston trip last year, and all of Miss Whitten's classes I took with Mackenzie. I would like to thank the Misfits, Erasure, Left Behind, the Tony Hawk's Downhill Jam soundtrack, Depeche Mode, The Smiths, and every other band I listened to in high school. I want to thank my mom and my dad for supporting me and for paying for my education. I want to thank my Grammy and my Papa for loving me and for giving me rides all the time. And I want to thank Mrs. Fitzgerald for being the best teacher to work for. What do I want to be remembered for? I want to be remembered for my contribution to sports. What advice do I have for future seniors is to listen to a lot of music in class and whenever you can. After WAVA, I plan to do lots of art, study early childhood education, and spend lots of time at the beach and watching sunsets.
My name's Kristen Manos. I've been a 4-year senior at WAVA. Some of my favorite memories here have been Joel breaking Miss Whitten's window with his butt, coming back from band trip with bruises every year from playing the yellow card game with Jenna and Isaac, and during sophomore retreat finding out that the one hurling snowballs at our window at midnight was actually Mr. Wells and not a ghost. I want to thank Mr. Anderson for being a bro all throughout high school, Ms. Lurie for actually making me learn math, and Coach Safer for reminding me daily of TCP Girl. I want to be remembered for being a genuinely happy person and knowing the most about Harry Styles. For advice for future seniors, high school goes by so quick that your senior year will go by even faster. Enjoy every moment and always find a way to have fun. Also, stream Fine Line. My post-WWVA plans are to attend Washington State University in Pullman and major in interior design and minor in communication. I want to move back to California and probably eventually marry Harry Styles.
Hello, my name is Nathan Marcia, and I'm a 4-year senior here at WWVA. My favorite memories from WWVA include the senior trip vespers, hanging out during the senior retreat in the snow, and basketball games at the WWVA gym. I would love to thank my parents for giving me a good work ethic and encouraging me to go outside my comfort zone. I really don't know if I would be here today without them. I would also like to thank God for blessing me with all the opportunities I have today. I don't want to be remembered as that one kid who roller skates, but as someone who is fun to talk to and someone you can rely on. What advice do you have for future seniors? I would say to take the shot. I plan on attending Walla Walla University, where I will complete a biology major. The end goal for my academic career is becoming a family doctor.
My name is Alyssa Newman, and I'm a 3-year senior. My favorite memory from WWVA is seeing how excited the teachers get when talking about something you can tell they truly love. For instance, Mr. Lurie dancing on the desk while singing the quadratic formula, and Mr. Perrin laying flat on the floor for a solid 5 minutes just to make a point. I would like to thank my parents for always loving and supporting me, funding my education, and also my teachers for not only caring about my education, but also my happiness and well-being. I want to be remembered for always having a positive outlook and a kind heart. My advice for future seniors is that senior year is tough. The choices you make now determine your future, but don't get too caught up in this. Make the most of every moment, build friendships and make memories, and also don't be a slacker. My post-WWVA plans are to take a gap year to explore my options.
My name is George Perez, and I am a 2-year senior here at WWVA. For some of my favorite memories, I would definitely have to say Mud Bowl. When I came to America in grade 11 and they announced Mud Bowl, I thought I was completely crazy. It was super weird being mud and all, but it turned out to be an absolutely amazing, extraordinary event that I am super happy that I was to be a part of. Second would have to be senior survival. It was such a unique experience being out there in the outdoors with my classmates, and the bond definitely grew after that week. The people that I would like to thank are my parents. They have always been there for me and helped me strive for excellence. The WWVA community and the friendships that I have made, these are people that I will never forget, and I am looking forward to the 10-year reunion, 20-year reunions, because I know they will definitely be a blast. Something I would like to be remembered for is being the Canadian funny guy in our grade. Growing up in Canada, I was for some of you, the first Canadian I ever met, so that was pretty funny. Some advice for future seniors is definitely that the senioritis is real. It will kick in, it will get hard, but never stop being who you are, and never stop achieving the dreams and goals that you have. Some of my post-WWVA plans are to attend Walla Walla University for the next 4 years, hopefully during that time study abroad, and after that I think I will be going to med school. Who knows?
Hello, my name is Colin Peterson, and I am a 2nd-year senior at WWVA. One of my favorite memories from WWVA is when we went to ABC camp junior year and went sledding. I want to thank teachers and staff, Mr. Schaefer for teaching us how to be friendly towards others and encouraging us to meet new people, Mr. Lurie for his enthusiasm in teaching, Mr. Perrin for his creative ways of teaching by giving us experiences, Mr. Wells for making sure we all graduate with our required classes, Mr. Anderson for planning great activities for our 2020 class, Ms. Whidden for reminding us of the joys of nature, Mr. Dolph for putting in many extra hours for the dramas we performed, Mr. Borges for a constant positive attitude toward us students, and Mr. Nabahara for being so willing to help everyone with service. I want to thank my classmates, Evan Farley, Catherine Shorts, Eli Stancu, Ivan Lee, Connor Shannon, Karsten Wallace-Bailey, Silas Tupper, and all of my other friends from WWVA. I want to be remembered at WWVA for being a servant, and my advice to future seniors is you don't have to be first in line for lunch. Maybe let someone else go first once in a while. My post-WAVA plans include going to Walla Walla University and someday becoming a teacher.
Hello, my name's Aaron Pollard. I'm a 4-year senior. My favorite memories was to spend time with friends and making memories, and getting to play basketball all 4 years was a blessing. I wanted to thank my parents for pushing me hard and making sure I'm doing my best, always supporting me no matter what it was. What I want to be remembered for is to be a child of God. The advice that I want to give to future seniors is to be yourself. Don't feel like you have to be someone else to be cool or anything. Just be you. And if the people that don't like you for who you are, that's their loss. What I want to do for my future is to become a chiropractor so I have a chance to help other people that are in pain.
My name is Wyatt William Randall. I've attended WWVA for 4 years now. My favorite memories at WWVA are working with Wally and the crew up at the lodge during the summertime, finals tailgate parties, and pulling Dakota's minivan out of the mud bowl. I'd like to thank all the teachers at the Academy for their constant support. I'd like to thank Wally for never giving up when things got hard. And I'd like to be remembered for not being afraid to be different and being proud of who I am. And my advice for the future seniors would have to be, don't drive minivans in the mud bowl and don't be afraid to stand out in a crowd.
My name's Isaias Santiano, and I attended WWVA for 4 years. My favorite memories at WWVA would have to be winning friendship tournament junior year with my basketball team and going backpacking junior year with my friends. I would like to thank my parents for putting me in private education and for being alongside me my entire life. I would also like to thank my little sister for just being there. I would like to be remembered as being a great student athlete, motivating my team and winning in every sport I did, and also helping them, and being really good in the classroom and getting those good grades. My advice for future seniors would be to enjoy your 4 years because it goes quickly. Save every moment and capture it. My post-WWVA plans will be going to Walla Walla University while being pre-dent and studying engineering.
I'm Catherine Schwartz, and I'm a 4-year senior. Some of my favorite memories are opportunities performing with the jazz band, and my favorite trip was choir tour sophomore year. I'll never forget the late nights spent preparing and performing with the drama department, but most of all, I'm thankful for all the memories made working maintenance and janitorial with the people who became my school family. And for that, I have to thank Wally for taking me on and pushing me to learn, giving me advice and confidence. I also want to thank Miss Dina for teasing me and for feeding me, Tyler Anderson for directing us to the finish line, and the rest of the WWVA staff who have mentored me and who have told me that lockers aren't for sitting on. A special word to the boys, those who introduced me to all the parts of high school, those who actually text back, those that invite me to bonfires, and all who let me boss them around. I'd like to be remembered for giving the straight truth to people. Corona ate my summer, but I still plan on attending Walla Walla University in the fall, majoring in education. I hope to live to the standard of the advice I give people, to be focused on others, and spend my life doing small things that make a big impact.
My name is Connor Shannon, and I'm a 4-year senior at WWVA. My favorite memories at WWVA are playing soccer, going on band trips, and playing lunch basketball. I'd like to thank my friends, family, and teachers. My friends and family have always supported me, and my teachers have helped me get to this point. I'd like to be remembered for being friendly and helpful. For future seniors, my advice is to take classes that would prepare you for college, not get you a good GPA. My post-WWVA plans are to go to college, University of Portland, and then figure out what I want to do after that.
My name is Lydia Grace Thiel, and I've attended WWVA for 4 years. One of my favorite memories at WWVA is when I accidentally slept through a Friday Algebra 2 final and Mr. Lurie let me come back and take it later that afternoon. Besides that, I really enjoyed class activities like the end-of-year pool parties and of course, senior survival. Also getting to be involved in all of the plays, especially 12th night, was really exciting, and I'd do it again in a heartbeat. I'd like to thank my parents and my sisters for helping to guide me and inspire me about what I can do. I'd also like to thank all the teachers at WWVA for being understanding and supportive all these years, especially Mr. Anderson for being the only class sponsor that could handle us all 4 years. I'd like to be remembered for trying new things, being a good friend, and being positive. My advice for future seniors is don't graduate during a pandemic, and aside for that, make sure to get involved in class and school activities, and if you want to try something out, even if it's already your senior year, go for it. Make the most of all the time you have with people. Each year goes by super fast. My post-WWVA plans are to attend Walla Walla University and then figure it out from there. My major's still undecided, but I'm hoping to be part of the honors program.
My name is Gabriel Rafael Gutierrez Torres. I have attended WWVA for 4 years. My favorite memory is when Isa took off his shirt in class, but if I'm being honest, just every moment of Joey and Isa being in class was the funniest thing ever. Oh, and yes, of course, when all the coaches showed up to Fall Classic, like they were the Avengers, that was the best time ever. I'd like to thank my family for being supportive of me, and all the teachers out there that have helped me grow as a young Christian as well. I would like to be remembered for taking my first baby steps with breaking someone's ankle in basketball league game. But on the real note, I'd like to be remembered for being as Henry's sidekick in high school, because hopefully in college I can grow a little more. Or wait, until he gets older, I guess, that's true. The advice I have for the future seniors at WWVA is that the friends that you have right now may not go to the same college as you are planning on going to. But that does not change the fact that you can still be their friend through long-distance relationships. My post-WWVA plans are to attend Walla Walla University and be a player for the Walla Walla University Wolves soccer team. I plan on studying pre-dentistry, and I hope and I pray to God that I can major in psychology.
I am Mackenzie Treadway, and I'm a 4-year senior. I enjoy a life full of memories, not things. I like my dog, gardening, and mornings. I'll be attending Walla Walla Community College in the fall and be taking their entrepreneurship program. I want to run a small business that is a lot of mindful thinking. Plants make me happy, especially Thaddeus. I'd like to thank my mother Brenda for always pushing me to get out of my comfort zone and teaching me that everything happens for a reason. My brother Nathan for helping me understand what high school is really like. Miss Dina for checking up on me, working at the front desk, and having lots of fun in the process. Chloe for having long conversations with me after school, laughing our heads off, and helping me find my love for photography. Miss Whitten for dealing with the shenanigans during her class with Peyton. And Wally for teaching me how to work hard, even though we scared each other when we first met. My advice is that time is valuable, so don't waste it.
My name is Josiah V. Meister. I also go by Joey. I am a 4-year senior at WWVA. Some of my favorite memories at WWVA is senior survival, mud bowl, soccer team games and practices, and being in class with my friends and laughing. Thank you, Miss Whitten, for your amazing smile, verbal irony, and phrases like flame toss. Thank you, Mr. Schaefer, for really challenging me in pre-calc and other classes, and saying hola, Josias always brightens my day. Thank you, Mr. Wells, for teaching me geometry and how to be mature. Thank you, Ms. Fitzgerald, for teaching me InDesign and Photoshop and being very patient with me. Thank you, Mrs. Saturno, who's no longer here, but she made biology really enjoyable and fun. Thank you, Mr. Nabahara, for teaching me agriculture and A&P. I love your classes. Thank you, Mr. Larry, for teaching me to be mature and being a great friend. Thank you, Mr. Perrin, for making Bible interesting. And thank you, Mr. Gish, for really amazing trips like Italy freshman year. Thank you, Mr. Dolph, for teaching me how to speak in public. Thank you, Mr. Anderson, for teaching me economics, government, personal finance, and always being with our class. I would like to send a special thanks to my parents and people who raised me like Grandmarella and giving me the opportunity to go to WWVA. I would like to be remembered for my smile and my good attitude. Advice for future seniors is push yourself and don't waste your time on video games. My post-WWVA plans is I'm going to be a biochemistry major with a music minor at Walla Walla University, and after that I plan to go to Loma Linda for medical school and specialize in cardiothoracic surgery.
My name is Keeleen Wells. I'm a 4-year senior at WWVA. Some of my favorite memories at WWVA are friendship and state tournaments with my volleyball team, along with sophomore and junior retreats with my whole class. My favorite part of junior retreat was getting taken out by Nathan on a sled. I also have great memories from the Washington, D.C. trip with Mr. Anderson. I would like to be remembered for making a Harry Styles shrine in the bathroom. I would like to thank Dina and Wally Garrett for always having food and taking care of me at school, along with Miss Whitten, Mr. Lurie, Mr. Anderson, and Don Schaefer for being amazing teachers. To future seniors, I would say to make the most of your high school and appreciate the small things that may seem dumb because you will miss them. Next fall, I plan to attend Pacific University.
My name is Gia Willard, and I have been a 4-year senior at WWVA. My favorite memories at WWVA is the DC trip, Fall Classic, and friendship tournaments, and senior survival. I would like to thank my mom and dad and all my classmates for being there for me throughout everything. I want to be remembered for being a fun, outgoing person who you can always come to talk to. My advice for future seniors is to do everything you can during high school because it ends too fast. My post-WWVA plans are going to Western Washington University, majoring in sociology and social science, and hopefully going back to France to study.
Can you guys hear me? If you can hear me, honk your horn. That is the new version of clapping, I think, for today. Just a couple reminders. If you would like to listen to it on the radio, 105.7. Also, you can view it on the device on our webpage. Also, when we leave today, you will be ushered out. So just not a mad rush out. You will be ushered out with our ushers so that we can leave in a semi-formal fashion. So we'd like to welcome everybody on this windy, breezy morning for the class of 2020. We thank you all for coming, and hopefully we're all able to have a memorable time as we celebrate our seniors. Thank you for coming.
Scripture reading today is from Psalm 118, verse 5 and 6. When hard pressed, I cried to the Lord. He brought me into a spacious place. The Lord is with me, I will not be afraid. What can mere mortals do to me?
We bow our heads for prayer.
Dear Heavenly Father, we entreat your presence at this joyous occasion. We meet here today under unusual circumstances and are thankful for each student's achievements. Thank you for each graduate and the family
they represent. Bless them, and may the Holy Spirit empower them to use the knowledge and the skill which brought them to this point to hasten your second coming. Amen.
Hello from Walla Walla University. My name is Andrew Perrin, and I would like to offer my sincerest congratulations to the graduating class of 2020. I know that the end of this year isn't quite what any of us were expecting, and that it has hit particularly hard for many students across the nation who are looking forward to their graduations, including our own Walla Walla University students. We want you to know that we've been praying for you and that we are excited to celebrate this momentous occasion with you in whatever capacity we can. I'm happy to share that last fall, our freshmen, the class of 2019, received more than $14 million in achievement and leadership scholarships from Walla Walla University. We award these scholarships each year to seniors nationwide who both apply and have been accepted to Walla Walla. Today alone, it is my honor to present more than $765,000 in scholarships to 18 members of the Walla Walla Valley Academy class of 2020. We calculate these scholarships based on the recipient's cumulative GPA or test scores and leadership positions that they have held over the last 2 years. Seniors, if you have not applied to Walla Walla University yet, you absolutely still may, and you may be eligible for scholarships as well, so don't delay and apply soon. This is an exciting moment for us at WWU. Last fall, we welcomed a freshman class that had an average cumulative GPA of 3.52, and we couldn't be more thrilled to have you join them and the rest of our campus family in the fall, which we are planning on being open for and hosting in-person classes. Your scholarships today range from $32,500 to $49,500, and you'll find the details about them on the back of the award that you'll be given. For some of you, your scholarship may increase once we review your final academy transcript. Since we can't be with you in person, a representative from your school will now read your name and total scholarship award. On behalf of Walla Walla University, congratulations on your graduation, and may God richly bless you wherever your future plans take you.
Good morning. The following is a list of some of the scholarships that have been earned by the seniors in the class of 2020. Henry Clancy from Andrews University, their Andrews University Partner Scholarship for $40,000.
The Walla Walla Elks Lodge Most Valuable Student Contest, $550. The Blue Mountain Community Foundation, Roberta Cal Crane
Scholarship Fund, $3,000. From George Fox University, the History Scholarship for $13,000.
And a Merit Scholarship for $14,000.
Nathaniel Cueto from Walla Walla University,
Scholarships totaling $41,000.
Evan Farley from Walla Walla University, scholarships totaling $41,000. Jake Friedel from Walla Walla University, scholarships totaling
$49,500. Jocelyn Haggins from Walla Walla University, totaling $44,000.
And from Andrews University, $40,000. Ethan Jansen, scholarships totaling from Walla Walla University, $48,500.
Kristen Manos, scholarships from Walla Walla University, $41,000. From Lewis and Clark
University, $77,000. From Washington State University, $44,000. And from Oregon State University, $41,000. Nathan Mercier
from Walla Walla University, scholarships totaling $41,000.
Alyssa Newman, scholarships from Walla Walla University totaling $32,500. George Perez from Walla Walla University, scholarships totaling $36,500.
Colin Peterson from Walla Walla University, scholarships totaling $49,000.
Aaron Pollard,
scholarships from Walla Walla University, $32,500. And from
Pacific Union College, the Athletic Founders Academic and SDA Union combined scholarships totaling $19,000 annually. Isaiah Santiano from Walla Walla University,
$41,500. Catherine Schwartz from Walla Walla University, totaling $49,000.
Connor Shannon from Walla Walla University totaling $48,000, and he's also earned the Presidential Scholarship for the University of Portland. Lydia Thiel, scholarships from Walla Walla University, $48,000. From Andrews University, $40,000. Gabriel Torres
From Walla Walla University, scholarships totaling $41,000.
Josiah Viemeister from Walla Walla University, scholarships totaling $46,000. Kayleen Wells from Pacific University, the Presidential and other scholarships totaling $28,700 per year for 4 years. Gia Willard,
Scholarships totaling $41,500 from Walla Walla University.
You guys should probably hold your applause. You might not like what I have to say. Let's pray. Dear God, thank you so much for being in charge. For being in charge of our lives, for being in charge of what's going on in the world, and for your grace and mercy that has led us here today. Lord, I pray a special blessing on each of the graduates and their families and their futures. Thank you for your love. Amen. Some say the metaphor of the mountain for life's journey is worn out. It's lost all its meaning. I say those people haven't climbed any mountains. It's true, the tradition of using the metaphor is long. Every culture has mountains that has had mountains to experience, has viewed the mountain as sacred. Mountains are the subjects of countless legends. Religions the world over have traditions centered on sacred mountains. The Greeks have Mount Olympus, home of their gods of mythology. Mount Kailash is believed to be the abode of the Hindu deity Shiva. Volcanoes have long been considered sacred. Mount Etna was thought by the Romans to be the home of Vulcan, their god of fire and the forge. In Christianity, we relate the story of Moses receiving the Ten Commandments atop Mount Sinai, the Mount of Olives. And we speak of the mountaintop experience, a moment when we feel closest to God. In Isaiah 52, verse 7, we have a glimpse of the best mountain hike imaginable. It reads, "How beautiful on the mountains are the feet of those who bring good news, who proclaim salvation, who say to Zion, your God reigns." Modern writers have a lot to say about the mountain metaphor as well. Vera Nazarian, author of the Perpetual Calendar of Inspiration, writes, "If you're faced with a mountain, you have several options. You can climb it and cross to the other side. You can go around it. You can dig under it. You can fly over it. You can blow it up. You can ignore it and pretend it's not there. You can turn around and go back the way you came. Or you can stay on the mountain and make it your home." If you're here today, congratulations. You've conquered the mountain of high school. Some of you took interesting routes to get here, routes that may have involved a combination of digging, flying, going backwards, climbing, but you're here now. Freshman year, you learned how to be at the bottom again, looking upward and forward to your goals and dreams. Sophomore year brought fewer adjustments, but more academic challenges. Junior year, we added college in the high school, and some of you accepted the challenge of tackling college classes a couple years early. Those years were characterized by the challenges unique to you as individuals and as a class. You sometimes came together beautifully, and sometimes struggled to remember that you're a family. You lost some members and picked up some new ones along the way. You had triumphs and disappointments, wins and losses, the usual mix of life in the teenage years. You faced the academic, mental, social, physical, and spiritual challenges together. And all along the way, the good news was with you. Senior year started out for you as it does for most WWVA seniors, the promise of being top dogs again, new classes, senior survival with its real mountaintop experience, class officer elections, mud bowl or not. Sorry, Jocelyn. Bible camp, tournaments, the holidays, plans for trips to Hawaii, New York, Europe. There was so much to look forward to. And then in January, the rumors of a strange virus got louder, and the word corona began creeping into our conversations. Little did we know at the time of the impact that strange virus would have on this school year and our lives. Nevertheless, we made it to March and the downhill slope of the school year. But you know, sometimes even the downhill slope is hard. Last August, the faculty went to Sandpoint for a retreat. One afternoon was spent at Schweitzer Ski Area. Most of us took the lift, to the lodge at the top of the mountain, enjoyed the views, hiked around, had some hot chocolate. Chloe and Betty painted. Some of us decided that instead of riding the lift back down, we'd take the trail instead. Easy, right? Just downhill. The weather was perfect. The huckleberries were ripe and lined a good portion of the trail. There were lots of stops to enjoy them. Most of the time, I just wanted to let gravity have its way, hurtle headlong down the mountainside. The constant battle to control my speed, to stay with my party, not pitch headfirst over a cliff, was wearying. It's just a 2.5-mile hike, but you lose 1,675 feet in elevation on the way down. I knew it was steep, but when I was remembering this story last week, I began to wonder just how steep it was. I'm always telling my students that you keep searching until you find answers to your questions. So I looked up the equation for fighting the slope. Then I remembered I'm not very good at math. So I asked Carl Lurie, who is. Turns out it's a 13% grade, which, as one mountain biker says, is steep in anyone's book. It's the kind of grade on roads that requires runaway truck ramps every mile or so because you can't control the downward slope. By the time I reached the bottom, it's safe to say that my legs were fatigued. The next day, they reminded me of my hike every time I stood up after sitting in meetings or riding in the bus. The way down had been hard. So back to March. Less than a week away from spring break, with the downhill slope in sight. Typically, seniors are feeling the classic signs of senioritis at this point. They still have to go to classes and take finals, but fourth quarter is broken up by such things as U-Days and senior trip. Of course, we know that didn't happen this year. We were yanked apart with little warning and set on a different downhill path, a steep path, one that involved more work and less reward. People were always asking me what it was like to be a teacher during this time. I didn't like to think about it. I experienced a constant drag of anxiety. Am I doing enough? How are my students feeling? When will we be together again? It was like that constant pull of gravity on my hike, but without the views, the companionship, or the huckleberries. I know you guys felt it too. Online school was a real challenge. We missed one another. The way down was hard. But here's the thing. I believe it's prepared you for the next part of your journey in a way that few classes before you can claim. You laced up your boots and set off down the path, and you've arrived here. The next part of your journey begins after today. Whether it's college, the workforce, a gap year, or something that you haven't planned yet, you can be sure it'll include more mountains. The ascent with all its struggle and rewards, the mountaintop experience, the downhill slope with some coasting and some fighting against gravity. How you face the next mountain is your choice. In a minute, another great thinker on the subject of mountains, Jake, is going to give you some advice on that. Right now, I share with you my hope that you'll stand at the bottom for a minute and look up. When it's time to take the first step, do so boldly. Don't go around the mountain or dig under it. Don't fly over it and miss the whole experience. For Pete's sake, don't blow it up. Don't ignore it and pretend it's not there. Don't turn around and go back the way you came. And however tempting it may be, don't stay on the mountain and make it your home. This is not our home. Instead, keep climbing. Stop occasionally to catch your breath and have it taken away again as you look around. Smell the wildflowers. Clean up the mess someone else made. Eat some huckleberries. Sit in the shade of a great tree. Drink from a mountain spring. Lend a hand to the guy that twisted his ankle. Feel the burning in your legs and lungs. Embrace the struggle. Hold hands with a companion. Share your water and trail mix. And whatever else you do, whatever path you take, let your feet be beautiful upon the mountain as you go forth to tell the good news to the rest of the world. Thank you.
Seniors, I know it probably feels like you're at a used car lot right now, but I want to take a... Seniors, I know it probably feels like you're at a used car lot right now, but I want to take a moment to appreciate that we all get to gather here and celebrate together, 6 feet apart. I want to start off with a word of prayer. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for this nice day. Thank you that we get to celebrate the senior class of 2020. Please help me not to stumble over my words, and please help me to recall everything I learned in speech class. Normally, seniors, I'd be giving this speech to you live, but as you can see from my background, that's not the case. We're celebrating graduation like never before, so I thought, why not give my speech in a place it's never been given before? And that's why I'm on top of a mountain right now. Miss Whitten gave you a list of great philosophers that have compared different things to the journey up a mountain. Today, I'm going to add to that list. The journey up a mountain can be hard and unpredictable, much like our senior year has been. But eventually, you reach plateaus where you can stop to appreciate all that you've accomplished, like Mud Bowl. Just kidding, we didn't do that. Senior survival, the SAT and the ACT, and today, your diplomas. Our plateau is this graduation and the summer of our senior year. Now, maybe you're only thinking about the 104 days of summer vacation and finding a great way to spend it. But for a moment, I want to look past the summer. I want to talk about what happens next. For many of us, that means college. And for others of us, it's the workforce. No matter what your plans are, you're going to be in a new environment. And I want to give you some advice that I think will help you. The person who gave me this advice called it the 3 C's. The first is courage. Courage means facing danger and standing up against the odds. Now, I'm not going to demonstrate this, but if Joey can do his special dance in front of all the girls and Cameron Fitzgerald at Senior Survival, then I know each and every one of you can show courage in your new environment next year. The second C is commitment. As we near adulthood, we're not going to have our parents signing us up for things and ensuring that we get there on time. But that doesn't mean we shouldn't put ourselves out there. Make plans, stick to it, follow through. If each of you shows as much commitment as Kristen did to learning her TikTok dances, then I know you'll find success after high school. The third C is confidence. Confidence means feeling sure of yourself and your abilities. I know each of you has gained unique abilities since your freshman year, and I'm proud of those. I have confidence in every one of you going forward, and my prayer is that you have confidence in yourselves. Seniors, thank you for a great 4 years. I've enjoyed being your class president, and as you continue your own journey up the mountain, don't forget about the 3 C's.
On behalf, in my mouth, they say, okay, class of 2020, we are here, and we are thanking our parents and our families for driving us here and for just all around driving us through life. We give a special thanks to our principal, Eric Borges, down here on the floor yelling at me, and the multitudes of other individuals who have worked so hard to get us standing here having a graduation despite the circumstances.
We want to thank our faculty and our class sponsors. Our class sponsors have been 4 different people, individuals and as teachers and as mentors. We have Carl Lurie, Steve Fuchs, Keith Wells, and Tyler Anderson. Each one of them has a variety of memories to our class.
Carl Lurie was our freshman year sponsor. He encouraged us in class competitions and has always given us grace during Mud Bowl. He, without fail, was there to answer your email in a timely manner and give you a big grin in the hallway. His life is truly a reflection of Christ.
Keith Wells has sponsored our class both sophomore and junior years. He has gone on many trips with us, including well-remembered weekends at ABC camp and senior survival, where we have made unforgettable memories. He has known many of us for years. We will miss him yelling at us, his dry humor, and the loving support he unfailingly provides us.
Stephen Fuchs sponsored us our senior year, our last year, and his. He brought many years to WWVA as the money man and has worked to give us the best experience possible. He's assisted us in fundraising, bringing years of experience to our drawing board, attending every officer meeting without fail. He is someone who shows up and always encourages us to have fun.
And lastly, Tyler Anderson. He has been with us all 4 years of high school. He has affected our school experience in many ways. Without fail, he is beside us, planning and preparing. He has been involved in our class events, hosting the end of the year pool parties, and cheering us on without fail. He's generous with time and picks up the slack for us. This graduation is happening as a result of his dedication to us. He is someone who we can count on for anything.
Join us, the officers, as we thank these sponsors and individuals for getting us to where we are today.
Mr. Chairman, I certify that the following individuals have met or exceeded the standards of the state of Washington, the North Pacific Union Conference, and Walla Walla Valley Academy. Henry Morrison Clancy. Grace Catherine Croft. going there, right? What? Okay. Nathaniel Jacob Cueto. Evan Case Farley. Someone get Nathaniel back in the car. Jake Anthony Friedel. Take it. Yeah, because we got to get Gilmore here.
More time for shaking hands. Yes. Right.
Picture first. Trevor Jacob Gilmore. Jocelyn Dawn Kathleen Hagens. Zachary Thomas Huxell. Madison Nicole Ingersoll. We gotta hurry up. Ethan Christopher Jansen. I think so. Well, I have a live mic. Don't ask me questions. Peyton Linnell Knaft. Kristen Olivia Manos. Nathan Ord Murcia. Alyssa Loren Newman. George David Perez. Colin Eugene Peterson.
Make sure that your carpet's easy.
Aaron Bailey Pollard. Wyatt William Randall. Isaias Christian Santiano.
Good job, Isaac.
Catherine Lynn Louise Schwartz. Connor Lawrence Shannon.
Here, come over here a little ways.
Lydia Grace Thiel. Gabriel Rafael Torres. Mackenzie K. Treadway. Josiah Nicholas V. Meister. Kayleen Rose Wells. Gia Ruth Willard.
I'm Tom Underhill. I'm the chairman of the board of WWVA. And I want to take a brief moment to say a completely inadequate thank you. First to you students for carrying on through this most unusual school year and graduation. Well done. Second to you parents for staying with us. It has been a very unusual year. You all know this, not just in the education, but in life. Thank you for carrying on. I specifically want to thank Eric. Y'all remember this is his first year on the job at WWVA, and it has not been a usual year. There has been a lot of challenges, and very well done, sir. Very well done. Thank you. And lastly, and completely inadequately, I would like to say thank you to our faculty members and staff members who are finishing their journey at WWVA this year. We have 4 of them who are moving on. Scott Schaefer, Terry Foote, Carl Lurie, and Steve Fuchs. Steve, I totally blanked. Apologize. Well done, guys. Thank you. And now we get to look forward for what the Lord has in for us coming up in 2021. Thank you, you all, very much. Thank you.
Check, check, check. Okay, so I'm supposed to just play, but I have a mic, so I get to do some other things if I want. So, first thing, Tyler Anderson, come on up, please. Tyler Anderson put in countless hours making it, and I thought it went amazing. I thought this was pretty amazing, so please give him, take a bow. Rudy, are you able to come up here or no? Well, all right, Rudy did all the technology and went 1,000 miles farther than anybody would ever would do. So he's back there bowing. So then a honk back there. All right. Okay, and one more thing before I pray. Seniors, this is killing me. I can't give each and every one of you a hug, so each one of you, I want you to know you owe me a hug. So give me a hug someday, all right? Whenever hugs are good again. So, all right, let's pray, and then you guys can go enjoy. Dear Jesus, thank you for the amazing 4 years that we've got to have with these students. Bless them as they go on in life, and just give them success and joy and everything that you want for them. Thank you for being our God and blessing us. We love you, Lord Jesus. In your name, amen. Last words. Love you, seniors. Hey, just a reminder, follow Mr. Wells and Mr. Gish. The ushers will usher you out. Seniors, you may sweep by the auditorium to pick up your gifts from Mrs. Garrett. So you just follow it out, and then you can follow all the way down to the shop area for those that are going to be on the parade. So just follow it out so you guys can stay in line there, and they'll have their stuff for you. Thank you. Have a great afternoon, seniors.